Shop in Rapid City for...
Welcome to Go Raiders Live and to tonight's semifinal round of South Dakota High School Activities Association Class AA Girls Soccer Contest featuring the visiting number 4 O'Gorman Lady Knights, the Knightess, and the host number 1 Rapid City Stevens Raiders. Brought to you subscription free on GoRaidersLive.com, liveticket.tv, and you can follow us also tonight on YouTube, Stevens Raiders. This looks to be an epic matchup. Two very good teams, two well-coached teams, highly skilled teams. Early on in the season, it was a one-goal win in a very tight game for the Raiders in Sioux Falls. And the Knights, number 4, come into this one 11-1-3. Coming off of a 2024 campaign where they were 8-7 and lost in the eventual champion Harrisburg in the quarter 0-1. The wins have been against Rapid City Central, Brandon Valley, Brookings, Sioux Falls, Washington, Sioux Falls, Jefferson, Huron, Sioux Falls Christian, Harrisburg, Brandon Valley again the playoffs, and Spearfish. Their ties came to Yankton, Sioux Falls Lincoln, Sioux Falls Roosevelt, and the only loss, as we spoke before, to Rapid City Stevens 2-3. The Raiders come into this one 15-0-1, coming off a 2024 campaign of 15-1-0, and were the eventual runners-up, losing 0-5 to Harrisburg in the final. The Raiders' wins this year come over O'Gorman in the second game of the season, early on in August. Mitchell, Huron, Pure, Aberdeen Central, Sturgis, Sioux Falls Christian, Dakota Valley, Rapid City Central twice, St. Thomas More, Douglas Norderwood, Spearfish, Sioux Falls Jefferson, Aberdeen Central again in the playoffs, and the tie came against Yankton. We will pause here for the national anthem, and we'll be back for the kickoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in singing our national anthem.
The Lady Knights are assisted by Connor Berg, and the head coach for the Lady Knights is Sheila Dierks. The starting lineup for the Knights as follows: a junior midfielder, number 29, Lander Bell; a senior forward, number 24, Hadley Kirkfleet;
a senior forward, number 10, Sydney Turbine;
freshman defender,
number 12 is a senior and defenseman, Ansley Gross;
a freshman defense,
freshman on defense, number 13, Hallie Watson;
a senior defender,
a defensive freshman, number 17, Reese Turbine;
forward, number 10, Sydney;
sophomore at midfield, number 18, Loretta Hillman;
Lindy Bortman; a senior defender,
a senior as forward, number 24, Hadley Kirkfleet;
forward, number 3, Hadley Wagner;
midfielder and a junior, number 29, Lander Bell;
number 1, Brindley
And in goal for the Knights, number 1, freshman Brindley Gross.
for the Raiders. Freshman forward.
Coaches for the Knights, assistant coach Connor Berg and head coach Sheila Dearest.
Defender, number 31, Nia Turek.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce the starting lineup for your Stevens
Freshman
Raiders.
defender, number
On
27,
defense,
Kennedy
and the
Skip.
senior number 2, Holly Benson.
In defense,
Midfielder senior number 7, Avery Dorman. A junior playing forward number 11, Eva Holsworth.
a sophomore.
Midfielder and sophomore number 12, Vienna Reagan.
And your goal scorer, junior forward,
A sophomore and a forward number
Holsworth.
13, Braden Baird.
Senior midfielder, assist.
On defense, a senior number 24, Lily Schad. Midfielder freshman number 27, Kenny Sturkle.
And
An 8th grader
between the
playing
pipes of the
midfield
goal,
number 28,
keeper,
Laura
senior.
Reagan.
00, Nora
Midfielder
Tucker,
and
and
sophomore number
captain.
31, Nia
Raiders
Turek.
are coached by
And a forward and a
assistant
freshman number 32, Berkeley
and
Larson.
coach Luis
In the
Lucero.
goal this evening for the Raiders, number 00, senior Nora Tucker.
Well, as we've said in
Coaches
playoffs
for the
games,
Raiders,
it's
assistant coach Alicia
throw the
English,
records,
and head
throw
coach
what happened in the
Luis
regular season.
Bucera.
This is survive and advance.
Officials for today's game are Joseph
And at this
Hillenberger,
point,
Jameson McLean,
bittersweet,
Richard Felix, and
as
Zach Perrigo.
both teams have had
These officials are licensed by
seasons.
South Dakota High School Activities
That's why we play the
Association
game,
and hired by
playoffs
mutual
are
consent of the schools
intense,
participating
exciting,
in this
and
event.
really fun to
We have
watch.
an attitude
Again,
of good
these are
sportsmanship
two
being upheld by all
very
spectators,
talented
players,
teams.
and coaches.
Coached well, both teams.
Ladies
And
and
so
gentlemen,
this is going to be a
reminder
fun one. We're
that
going to
this
sit
game is being
back,
streamed on
and bring this
GoRaidersLive.com.
one to you. It's
Good luck to
a
both teams
brisk
and go Raiders.
evening. It's not a bad night, but it's a little cool, and with the wind, it even takes that down a little bit more. So the phone app says we're hovering around the high 50s for temperature. It feels like it's got to be low 50s, if not right at the 50 mark. So that is my best non-meteorologist, non-expert opinion. Both teams break out of their team huddle and they're ready to go here. The energy will be really top-notch here tonight, as well as play other games going on. The other semifinal is Harrisburg and Peter. Boys, Sioux Falls Lincoln will take on Brandon Valley.
If there was a flyover, it would have been tiny.
If we have a chance, we'll try to update those, but our focus will be on this contest tonight. It breaks out, and the Raiders try to go to Ava Holsworth right away. She's going to run to the corner and get to the ball. Little move. She'll put one in, across. Kicked out, but right back to Holsworth. She'll go left again. She'll use the left foot again. Into the box. Larson had a chance to get a body on it. Reagan. So did Vienna Reagan, and Holly Benson comes up from her back line to try to keep that in bounds. It goes out of bounds. And throwing will go to Gorman, and number 12, senior, Ainsley Gross.
Yeah, I like that.
I'd like to welcome and thank Stevens Sports Network, two students helping us track the action here, filming and producing the contest. Cooper and Jackson with us tonight. And as ever, whenever Cooper is with us, Cooper will be on the air at the end of the game, and he will name his star of the match. That's exciting stuff. So thank you, Jackson and Cooper. That ball goes out. It looks like it's going to be throw-in. The ball was stuck in the corner, so I wasn't quite sure. But it's a throw-in. Knights will throw it in. The long throw-in towards the box. Gets into the box. Right there backwards. Right there is Benson. Does a good job. Poked out of there, and then Amora Reagan just clears it for another throw-in. Raiders will reset their defense here. Knights spread out pretty evenly. 4 in the box. Good takedown there. That ball's not cleared. This time it is cleared high and out. It'll be another O'Gorman throw-in. here early on with 2 minutes gone in this one.
Shouldn't have said that. That was going slow.
Another throw in by Gorman's Ainsley Groves. She'll get into the corner. That's sent in, but moved around and kicked out by the Knights. Raiders try to clear. They don't. Turret goes down. No call. They get it up to Baird from Reagan. Baird will go direct. Try to go direct to Holsworth. Not there. Good job by the Lady Knights number 13, who is just blanketing Ava Holsworth. Was interested to see what strategy they are using. And the freshman defender, number 13, Ellie Watson, is marking Holsworth. And now Dorman takes it down the side. Dorman puts one in, and gets by the keeper. It's going to be a corner kick. Dorman's shot was low and hard to the far post. And your goalkeeper, freshman number 1, Brimley Gross, went down for it. And just to skip off the turf, made her touch it for a corner, the first of the game for the Raiders. Dorman and Reagan will go short, but with 2 Lady Knights marking, Dorman will swing this one out. Holsworth there gets a head on it, knocked away. Here comes Raiders up on it. See if Turk gets a touch on it. She does, but it goes to the O'Gorman backline, and they clear it for a Raider throw. So Dorman with the shot on goal. Challenge Gross. She was up to the task. Wasn't the most comfortable with that skip off the turf, but she got enough of it to send it just wide. And the Knights will send it all the way down to Nora Tucker. The senior captain goalkeeper will punt this one out. As you can see, the wind is kind of a crosswind, a little bit into the Raiders' face. Raiders wearing blue, left to right on your screen, and then obviously the Knights in white with blue shirts. And they'll be going right to left on your screen. They'll have what wind advantage there is. They'll have a nice ball in. Holsworth turns. Holsworth sees she get on the end of it. She does. She takes a touch, but it's wide. Great kick save there by the ball retriever to get that ball right back. That was great reflex. And another attempt by Holsworth, and a great job by Baird to just be aware, to know that the Raider threat is number 11, and you get her the ball with space and not time for other defenders to recover, and a lot of times that's going to end up in a scoring chance. Throw in here by Benson. Benson played forward against Aberdeen the first half, came in the second half and just did an outstanding job at the bike line. And there the player comes out, and it's challenged by O'Gorman. 2 Raider defenders tried to shield number 24 who did this. And into Tucker now will have a free kick and a quick reset. Yes, that was senior Hadley Kirkley that gave the challenge on that ball that Tucker eventually got it. Now Dorman will set this ball for a free kick. She tries to get in the box. She does, drives one low in the box, but it goes right to the keeper, who doesn't touch it this time. That time Gross played that a lot more confidently, went out to the ball just to make sure, had no chance of getting around frame, and then backed away for a goal kick. Good job by the freshman keeper, Gross, there for the Lady Knights. That one's headed up by number 10. Good job by Trevine to try to play that ball forward. Eventually goes back to Sturkle, who puts it up in the air. Baird tries to get under it, can't. Dorman with a little bump on number, I think that's 12 or 13 there for the Knights. Oh, that's number 5, excuse me. Lindy Bortnam. And thank you, Lady Knights, for having very, very bold, legible numbers, especially in our vantage point up where we're at. So that'll be easy. Number 29 for the Knights tries to play a ball in the middle. That's Landon Bell. That's knocked around. And A lot of change of possession as both teams try to work through the middle. Now that goes back to Knight number 17, Lady Knight Reese Terveen, the freshman, who does a nice job with the ball and sends it deep. Sturkle thought it was going to go out, but Terveen just put the right weight on it where Sturkle had to play it out of bounds. It'll be a quick throw for the Knights and be out of bounds off of the Knights, and it'll be Raider ball.
Yes. Maybe not the starter.
Quick throw by Turek.
And she was a starter. Number 3.
Holsworth tried to get on it, Caddy. Right back to the Raiders. This time she'll go to Dorman. Dorman will turn. See if Dorman tries to get to. She's dispossessed. It looked like she wanted to have one more touch, then try to get it up to Holsworth. Here's a nice ball on the outside there for number 3, Hadley Wagner. And that ball will go off the Raiders for a Knight corner. So this will be their first corner. Looks like number 4, Addison Doherty will be over the ball. This will swing in right foot, I believe. No, left-footed. It's going to swing out. 4 Knights back post. Ball goes in on the head of a Knight, but just didn't quite get the shoulder square. But that player was unmarked in the box after 4 players came off the back post. I'm not sure if that Lady Knight came underneath or was just part of that wave, but at any rate, open look for the Lady Knights. And just off ring. Shot will play a deep ball up. Nice weight on that. Right at the feet of Holsworth. Holsworth with a little touch. Too heavy out of bounds. Again, good positioning there by the freshman defender.
It has actually been warmer there.
For the Lady Knights, Watson. This one comes back. Gross will play it up right to Amora Reagan. A little challenge there to Turek. Turek gets it out to Holsworth, back to Vienna Reagan. Vienna Reagan goes to Larson. Larson and Gross get tied up, and the ball goes out. That's going to be a Raider. I think it went off Gross. Yes, it did. She doesn't like it, but Larson with the quick throw. Baird turns. Good turn by Baird. Baird tries to get it inside the Holsworth. She does. It's at Holsworth feet. Shot. It goes off of, almost looked like a hand, but it goes off the leg of number 17, Terveen. And Dorman will come over for another corner for the Raiders. Dorman, the right footer. Baird will cover up Gross to try to shield her. Here comes in runners. It's low, and nice job by number 12. That's Gross again. Ainsley Gross doing a nice job in the back for the Knights. Turek, see if she winds up and takes a shot. Thought about it. Gets it over to Dorman. Dorman, touch. Dorman will chip one in. It's off the head of Holsworth. It was off frame, but Gross was right there, read it well, came off the line and just grabbed it. She'll punt it away. Flags are on the near side, not waving at all or barely, and on the far side it's swirling. So we've got a little bit of a swirling wind here at St. Park Stadium, which is not uncommon. Larson now on the right. Larson with a good little run, a little push, a little grab, no call there. Larson tries to beat Gross. Gross is up to the task. Baird comes over, applies pressure, and it goes out of bounds off the dribble. So the pressure applied in support by Baird was enough to knock Gross off the dribble. Benson with the throw, it goes to the Knights. Reagan with a couple good little moves, but number 18 right there, Loretta Hillman, the sophomore, held her ground. And Reagan goes over to Turek. Turek up to Holsworth. Holsworth double teamed, and she gets it off of the leg of the Knights. Lady Knight tried to jump. I believe that was number 17. Reese Terveen tried to jump in the air so the ball wouldn't go off her. Now Dorman, this one will swing in. Baird over Brindley Gross. This one comes in. There's a Raider there. Oh, just over Baird. And Larson got a body, and it's going to be thrown to the Raiders. So not a bad service in this win. Just It was in between Raiders, and now the center official, Joseph Hilsendigger, I believe, just said, "Go with our calls, ladies." Gave the old center referee wave, like that's no more, let's just play. And so we play on, and goal kick for the Knights.
On the pitch for the Knights, number 19, Marley Lauer.
Little pause as Gross ties her shoe, gets her boot back laced up. This one goes by Dorman, and it'll be lifted up to the corner. Two Raiders. Sturkle will come from the far side and knock it off the Knight. Throw in for the Raiders. That's Lady Knight number 3, Hadley Wagner, that put just enough pressure on Sturkle, where Sturkle had to kick it off of her, and now the Knights will earn a throw. And Gross, Ainsley Gross, the senior, will move up from the back and throw this one in. Holsworth on the far side, just curious to see how O'Gorman Lady Knights would play that. And the freshman, number 13, is going right with her. So she's in shadow mode. And that's a nice ball there. Opposite to Holsworth, this will give her a little space. She uses it, she runs, little cutback, little turn. Shot off of the Knights. Dorman, see if she puts it back in to recycle this ball. She does it. Reagan goes into Baird. Baird tries to turn, thought about going outside, doesn't. She goes down, no call. Good 50-50 challenge there with number 10, Sydney Terveen. And it'll be a call against Baird. Free kick for the Knights, number 4. Senior, Addison Doherty. Be set to take this with her left foot. She drives with a good ball. Good ball. Number 5 did well to get on the end of that, but her pass went right to the Raiders. And then this one is cleared right back down by the Knights. Sturkle will come over. She'll let it rest and then play it. She'll get it out to Turek, and it's off of the Lady Knights out of bounds. Applying pressure up there for the Knights is number 19.
Number 19 is coming in for the Raiders.
He's in the game now, Marley Blauer. And then for the Raiders now is going to be number 19, Caitlin Shue. So both coaches giving some players some rest, trying to keep fresh legs, but quality in a semifinal. That's what we would expect. Baird, give challenge, but right there was, I believe that's number 29, yeah, did a nice job there. That's junior Landon Bell.
Oh, way over here.
Shot sends that one high, but not out. Shoot, does a nice job to get on it. Little touch by Baird to Reagan. Reagan plays it out a little bit wider. Dorman will go in the middle. There's Holsworth, but just too long. Good idea. Good idea. They had I don't really want to call it a counter, but they had a good little flurry there and a good idea to try to throw that one in. Just tough to measure the weight of a ball with this wind that we have some flags blowing to the south and some flags in the middle blowing straight to the west. So probably really hard for those players to judge. Deep throw in here for the Knights. They went long before. This is number 13, Watson. She'll try to play it in to number 5, that's Bortman. Raiders knock it away, and then the Knights send it out of bounds for a goal kick for the Raiders. And Tucker. Shot, drive this one. Line drive just goes over the head of Baird. Dorman tries to play this one down. Does, but it comes back out. And this one's sent in the box, but Tucker's right there. And again, giving chase is the outstanding senior student athlete for the Lady Knights, number 10, Sydney Trevine. Shoot. Looks for a quick restart. And it'll go out of bounds and shoot again to get this ball. Benson will come up. Couple dribbles, it's knocked away. Trevine marked by Dorman, and Benson's right there in good support. But Wagner will send this one off of Benson out of bounds. Throw for Gross. Right back into Baird. Baird didn't get the touch she wanted, but they'll get the throw in. As she applied enough pressure to get the heavy touch off of Doherty. Reagan, Amora Reagan. She has some space to Vienna Reagan.
That's her second level push tonight?
Yeah, she got called on the first one.
Reagan still on the ball. To Amora Reagan. She's going to get marked, but right back to Vienna. Good job of quick passing there. To Halsworth. Halsworth goes back. Ball tried to go down the line by Turek. Back to Holsworth, but right there to knock it out of bounds was number 19, who is now sophomore Marley Blowett, who is now kind of supporting Holsworth, or supporting, Watson, marking Holsworth when they're deep on that left side. Dorman will kick this one out of bounds. It'll be a throw. Knock it out of bounds, Throw in Ainsley Gross. Amora Reagan to shoot to Dorman, back to shoot, but the Knights were there. Knights persist. They keep the ball in, but then it goes out. Benson thought it was out, but heads up play there by number 18, Loretta Hillman. A sophomore midfielder, Loretta Hillman for the Knights. Good move by Reagan, see if she can get a shot off. Can't, marked well. Knights go down. Let's see if Turk sends it in. She does, shot, and it's knocked down by Brindley Gross. It was on frame, but right at Gross, and the wind almost seemed to slow that one down a little bit off of the take from Turk. Good job there by Benson. Great speed by her, the trackster, part of this sprint team for the Raiders. This one's sent in. Holsworth a little touch, but she got a toe on it to send it forward, but just had too much on it. Rolls right to goalkeeper number 1, Brindley Gross. And she'll punt this one out of there. Got to give another shout out to our 2 SSN students today that no one sent us a memo to bring gloves as they are working the camera with their hand out the window, and don't let those hands go blue there, guys. Doing a great job. So thank you, Cooper and Jackson, again, and thank you out there for allowing GoRaidersLive.com not only to be a platform for live streaming Raider athletics, but a classroom for these Raider students who learn some of this and get paid as a part-time job. That one's going to be knocked out of bounds in the corner. So the Raiders, corner number 4, Dorman. Let's see if anyone goes short. No, they don't. See if Baird will cover up the keeper. Looks like she is. Yep, and a quick one in, and there's Holsworth. Goes off Holsworth. Off the body of Holsworth. Wasn't square. Wasn't on frame, but another ball served in, and I think that might have knocked the wind out of Ava a little bit. I think it hit her right in the stomach as she came just to make contact with that service in from Dorman. And Gross, the freshman keeper, will send this one deep. Shaw drives it low, but Hillman's there to send it back up to Sydney Trevine, and she'll send it wide and challenge there on the side. It's going to go out of bounds off of the Knights. So great job there. I believe that was Turek. Yes, that's number 31 for the Raiders, Nia Turek. What a great job of recovery. Turned and ran, and then got to the spot first, was able to touch the ball off of the Knight. This one's sent in. Raiders are there, but so is the Knight. Not a clean clearance, and now it's a little better, but still in the Raider half. Bell will send it back in to Tucker. Tucker goes up high for it to grab it on the comeback bounce. The hustling number 3 for the Knights, Hadley Wagner. I don't know if she ever touched it, but she definitely made the play different. And here's a ball, a nice ball into Holsworth. Holsworth, see if she can get the end of it. She's still on it. She's still on it. She's so good at these balls, staying on it and dispossessed. But there's a shot. Baird just over the goal. So great work by Holsworth to keep that ball alive inside. Good converging defense. The Knights basically pinned Holsworth and just collapsed on her and corralled her so she couldn't turn. And then they did get the ball, but when they tried to clear, the pressure was there, and Baird had a nice shot. And here comes the Raiders back again. This time Holsworth. Holsworth will take it wide again. This is so good at these touches and catching up to the ball. And it'll be a corner. Holsworth will win another corner. That's number 5. Raiders really hoping to capitalize off the set piece. It just, this has the feel this is going to come to a counter goal, a set piece, or a PK type of situation. Not a lot during flow. And that one she tried to bend direct in towards the goal, and it goes out of bounds. Drove it nice and low, but out of bounds into the side netting. Back to the Knights. Freshman Brindley Gross with a nice kick out of there. Schad will come over and knock it down to Vienna Reagan, dispossessed by Terveen, and we'll have a throw in for the Knights. Good long throw there by the freshman Watson. This will be a corner. Looks like they're Yep, number 4 is coming from the back line. I couldn't see he's going to take it. Addison Doherty, left footer, will swing it in. So they're going to try to put some pressure here on Turek with this ball swinging in towards her in this wind. 4 Knights lined up outside the box. They'll make a run. One to the back post. It's number 18. This ball goes to the back post. She gets on it. A shot up and over the top. And that was number 5. Bortnum. So the initial ball went to Loretta Hillman on the far post, who ran underneath or around the other attackers, and she put that ball back in, and Bortnum just, her shot went over the top. That one, nice job there by number 5. It looks like Bortnum that regained that ball for the Knights and sent it back in the corner. And pressured by Hillman, but it goes off of her. Another good job by Turek.
It's also a surprise to me that if you took a starter,
And this will go out of bounds to the Raiders again.
for somebody else.
Sends it up long. Right there is Watson.
Otherwise, she would have started.
Reagan kicks it off of, oh, they're going to say it just went out of bounds. It didn't touch Blowett, and it'll be a Knight throw. And Watson, good throw, another good throw. This one goes off Terveen. She sends it in. It's on the ground. It's there. Raiders clear it. Tucker went down, didn't get the ball, knocked it towards the face, through the face of the goal. And Benson and Dorman were back there with some support, and were able to knock it away for the time being. And now the Knights come right back with pressure, and they're going to get the ball, but now sent down, and that'll be played off of the Knights. Baird will give chase along with Holsworth, but they're just going to clear it out and keep possession. Nice job there by the Knights out of the back. And there, Schad comes up. Great job by her. She'll find Holsworth, who's now on the right. That's Shoot on the left now. So good little change up there now. Let's see, and Holsworth now will be marked by number 12. Groves, as the Lady Knights didn't flip defenders, as Holsworth has flipped which flank she's working. So that'll be interesting here to see this matchup. The freshman Watson did her job, and now the Raiders will change it up a little bit. 28 gone, and this one a miss kick there by Shaw, but she gets back on it and drills one out wide, and Shoot is going to try to run up on that one. And the Knights get it right back into the Raider half, really trying to keep the ball in the Raider half. And teams are coming into these games against the Raiders knowing that even if you don't get a lot of build-ups or opportunities, keeping the ball in the Raider half means it's not at the feet of Ava Holsworth or Vienna Reagan or Avery Dorman or Braden Bear. Dorman crossover. See if she gets a shot. She goes into Holsworth. Holsworth blocked and kicked out. No, kept in. Reagan kept in. They try to kick it out. This one's sent wide. Let's see if the Knights can keep it in bounds and avoid a throw-in. They gave themselves a little more space as they regained their shape and organization in the back. This one's sent right to Reagan off of the deflection, it looked like. Reagan sends this one in on frame, but right there to bend over, pick that up easily. Little infielder scoop-up play there. Brinley Groves handled that one and will send it away. See, oh, the weight was there. Let's see if, there's the speed. And the shot in, it's going to be off of the defense. Number 17 was upset with herself, but as Reese Terveen tried to recover, Holsworth saw that her pace was, she wasn't be able to evade the ball and hits it off her. Dorman with corner kick number 6 for the Raiders. Swings out. Mid-post, Raiders are right there. Raiders have a shot on it, over the top. Baird. Her second one over the top, and her head went in her hands because she had that one measured pretty well. I thought she hit it pretty well, all things considered, with all the congestion in there. Dorman kicks this one right back to Holsworth. Holsworth plays it down, but a heavy touch sends it right back to the Knights, and that one's off Hillman. A good little touch to Terveen. Terveen with a couple of good touches on her dribble, and Raiders clear it out. And we're working into number 5 who gets the ball here. That's Boardman. And that one's going to go against the Knights. And a quick restart, and right there is number 29 for the Knights, Bell, who keeps the ball right back in for the Knights as they send it back into the Raider half. Holsworth just getting bookended by defenders. When she's given a little more space and being marked, and she has her back to the defender, she has just a knack of giving a little bit of a heavy touch, but the speed to catch up to it. But with defenders all around her, that hard touch is leading into, oh, we're going to have a card here, it looks like. We're going to have a booking. And that's going to be on number 4. So in the 31st minute of this one, senior defender Addison Doherty will be sent off with a yellow card. And the Raiders will wait for some subs here as see where they're going to set the ball. He says, yep, let's go. And it's a throw in for the Raiders. Turek fakes one way, goes to Dorman. Dorman lets it go. Up high, kicks it towards the goal. Looks like Schutt's trying to run this one. No, that's Ritchie who's in now. Addison Ritchie, senior. and she works hard, but tried to get that corner, but a goal kick is given.
Number 4, Addison Doherty back into the game for the Knights.
Doherty will return for the Knights after the card. And Richie will stay high for the Raiders to try to put some pressure on. Addison is a hard worker. She's going to, if the ball's around there and she has anything to say about it, she's going to get in there and work hard. There she goes for a ball on Hillman, but Dorman and Reagan were there, but the Knights come out of it. They'll send one up, but it goes right to Schott. Schott is going to look to play this one to Halsworth. She does, off of a Knight. That slowed it down. Little chip ball. Knights are there. Good job by Terveen that time. The freshman defender, number 17, Reese Terveen, just did a textbook job of coming up out of the back and taking that one. Go out of bounds on the throw for the Knights. Number 12, Ainsley Gross will throw this one in to Terveen. Terveen chips it in with the left foot. Sturkle squares it up and tries to clear it. Can't. Reagan is there. Vienna Reagan. She'll knock it up to Halsworth. Halsworth thought about going back to Reagan. Goes over to Dorman instead. Let's see if Dorman tries to get it up to Halsworth. She tries, but just too many defenders and a little bit too much on that one. And Brinley Gross will go out, play it, and she'll punt it back down the field. She's done a nice job tonight. What wind there is again on that side is at her back. She drives it to the left. It's going to get to Wagner, but she couldn't control it. But the Raiders try to go through the middle again, and it's dispossessed momentarily. But now Dorman's on the ball. Dorman. Nice little overlap ball to shoot, but right there was Terveen to send that one all the way back down. Benson will turn and recover. Here comes Reese Terveen on the hustle to give pressure, and Benson has time to kick this one up to Halsworth. Goes off her head, keeps it in bounds, challenging the Knight defense, and then going to have a little boot there, trying to poke the ball, and it'll be a foul and a free kick for the Knights. Good hustle, good persistence by the junior captain, Ava Halsworth, but when she went for that poke, she got a little bit of body in there, and good call by the official. Doherty sends this one in. Knights trying to go more direct now. Here's another ball direct in. Here comes Tucker up the back line and giving chase, and she bobbles. The ball's in the way. Steve! Benson, the senior, saves a goal. It was a wide open net. After, again, the pressure put on Tucker. And Holly Benson, the senior defender, sprinter, came out of nowhere and was able to calmly stop that shot and help the Raiders evade danger here as it's 0-0. 36 and a half gone in this girls Class AA semifinal. You're following Raider Athletics on GoRaidersLive.com. Subscription free. We knew this was going to be a good one. Good defensive battle. Oh, that ball was almost there, but a great job by Doherty to read that and step in and knock it away. That was about a half yard. If that ball goes through, that was Halsworth had a chance. This time Tucker comes off of her line quick. Different scenario, of course, but gets it calm. Dorman, nice settle there, but gives it away right back to number 5. Mortnam. Knights, another build-up. It's off the Raiders. There's Terveen. That shot's wide. Off frame. But that ball was Can't quite tell which Raider tried to clear it, but it went off of Terveen, and then Terveen had a shot. Shad clears this one. Shoot challenges. Dorman tries to gets a touch on it, but it's going to go out of bounds. Throw for Gross and the Lady Knights. 3 and change to go in the first half, 0-0. This little ball's played over. Storkel has a little trouble. And Benson comes again, and we're going to have a foul. And this is going to be dangerous. This is only about 27 out. And the left-footed Addison Doherty will be over the ball for the Knights. They'll put 2 in the box. 4-person line for the Raiders. The official will move the wall back. Tucker sets it, shot, and Terveen right there. I don't know if Terveen's going to run interference for a screen here. Interesting. Shot. Off of the hands of Tucker in. Goal! Off of the set piece. Right before half.
Goal for O'Gorman, that's number 4, Addison Doherty.
In the 38th minute, off of a set piece, with this win, Tucker went up for it, tried to knock it over the goal, but knocked it backwards enough for it to just go under the crossbar into the top netting. Goal O'Gorman. That'll erase the clean sheet for the Raiders, and they trail 0-1 here in this girls semifinal. And with 2 minutes to go in this one, we'll see if the Raiders have a sense of urgency to try to equalize and go level with the Lady Knights. And here's Holsworth, but she's knocked off the ball cleanly. Good challenge there by 12, and Ava the ball was a little bit behind her, so she had to slow down. Here she's on another ball. She'll get on it if you give her a chance, and then that time Terveen does a nice job. Benson comes for support. That was a handball, no call. And now Baird comes back, no call there. Reagan gets bumped off the ball by Terveen. Amora Reagan. Vienna Reagan with a nice ball. Played right back to her. Vienna has a little spot. Goes back to Baird. Baird's going to try to make a turn on it. She can't. She gets the ball out wide to shoot. Shoot pokes at it, but it's poked away by the Knights and sent downfield. 1 minute to go in the half. Nice ball by Shad, playing and cutting it back to Reagan. Reagan now on the ball, gets it over to Dorman. Dorman had some space, but passed it right back. This time she'll try to chase this. No, she won't. She'll was at the standstill, and the ball was just put out. And with 30 seconds to go in the half, Lady Knights will have a throw-in. Terveen turns. Dorman, good battle there. Dorman comes out of it, gets it to Amora Reagan, who gets it back. Long shot by Holsworth, but it'll roll out of bounds. And with 10 seconds to go, the O'Gorman Knights will just take their time to put this ball on the spot. And at the end of the first half, in girls class AA soccer semifinal,
Stevens Raiders 0.
Lady Knights 1, Stevens Raiders 0. We'll recap the first half real quick. Raiders had a few chances go over the top. Ava Holsworth and Braden Baird, and had more shots on goal, but the Knights continued to just put enough pressure on the Raider midfield to keep the ball in the Raider half for most of the half. I don't have a percentage, but towards the end of the half, they just kept sending balls in to go direct. And then the foul came from about 27 yards out. And in the 38th minute, the senior defender, number 4, Addison Dory for the Lady Knights, struck a quality ball that just had the right weight and height and kind of top spin on it that beat Tucker. Tucker got her hands on it, tried to punch it, push it over, but again, leaning a little bit back, had to reach back for it, and push went to the top of the netting, under the crossbar, into the goal for this one. We will look for the second half and see if the Raiders continue to keep Holsworth on the right side or the left side. And Raider back line did a pretty nice job, and really on the set piece, that was just a good take. And so the Raider back line not having the sophomore Meredith Lehman, who's been outstanding this year. She had a leg wrap on in the second half of the quarterfinal game. She did not get the start. Do not know if she's even on the questionable list. But they put together a back line. They moved Holly Benson back, and they've done really well. And the captain of that line, or the one who keeps it all together, is senior Courtney Shaw, number 24. And shout out to Lily Shaw, excuse me, Courtney's her mom. Shout out to Courtney and Grant Shaw in Carrabassett Valley, Maine. And Lily's sister, Lily's done a great job in the back. Sorry, Courtney. But shout out to them, and Grant, good luck. He's a junior and is on the slopestyle skiing team. And also a shout out to Portland, Maine, to Butch and Cynthia Kanan, Lily Shaw's grandparents. So thank you guys for joining us. Glad we're able to bring you Lily's senior season on GoRaidersLive.com. We'll be back for the start of the second half after words from our generous sponsors, bringing you Raiders Athletics subscription free.
Jared, number 19 for O'Gorman. Is that flour?
Protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants
Western South Dakota's largest selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs is at Danny Menho Rapid Chevrolet. Over 350 to choose from. GMC, Ram, Ford, Jeep, imports, Chevys, GM certified pre-owned, 24 different manufacturers, all with Danny Menho discounts. If you want it, we have it, or our friendly staff will find it for you. Buyers on site offering top dollar for all trades. Financing available on the spot and all credit applications accepted. See us at Danny Menho Rapid Chevrolet or DannyMenhoRapidChevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm Agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality.
You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
It's sport utility season at Denny Menno Rushmore Honda. Shop the area's best selection of pre-owned Honda and Honda certified pre-owned sport utilities. Save big with 0.99% APR on select certified pre-owned, 0.99. Plus, we have over 175 used SUVs available from Jeep, Honda, Ford, Nissan, Subaru, Chevy, GMC, and more. Your sport utility is here, and the time to buy is now, before the snow flies. See us at Denny Menno Rushmore Honda or rushmorehonda.com.
Hi, this is Nate Brown reminding you to join the Nate Brown Show live weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. It's Rapid City's sports talk show and Rapid City's only call-in radio show with big-name guests from across the country to the local sports coverage you just can't get anywhere else. Join the conversation every weekday for thought-provoking sports talk. This is your show. Don't miss the Nate Brown Show from 4 to 6 p.m. on 106.7 FM and 1150 a.m. and stream us all the time at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
How do we solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems? Our doctors and specialists collaborate, sharing their vast knowledge and Mayo Clinic's unique expertise. It's this working together that helps solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems. Monument Health, proud member of the Mayo Clinic Care Network.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Old Man Winter is right around the corner. Is it time to upgrade your ride? We've got a great selection of used 4x4 trucks and sport utilities at Danny Menno Toyota. Snow-busting 4x4s and all-wheel drives, domestics and imports, plus the area's best selection of used Toyotas and Toyota certified pre-owned. Get financing as low as 4.99% APR for up to 60 months on certified pre-owned, including RAV4s. Tell Old Man Winter to take a hike. See us at Danny Menno Toyota or DannyMennoToyota.com.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
This is what matters.
In support of Raider Athletics. Also, ladies and gentlemen, a shout out to our Stevens High School Raider Nation Booster Club sponsors, Black Hills Modern and Non-Enhanced Physical Therapy. Your commitment to provide opportunities that make a lasting difference for our students, and we truly couldn't do it without you. Thank you for backing our students and keeping the students' alive.
Who's running it this weekend?
We're set to go for the second half.
Because I told the officials won't. Blockers? Where are they going to use blockers?
Blockers? We're going to have them
at the Jays?
Yeah.
2 gates, okay.
Gordon Knights will set the ball.
Yeah,
Trevine.
that shed
the senior forward. We'll get things started as the Lady Knights will be moving left to right, Raiders right to left, Raiders up the middle. Raiders nil, Lady Knights 1. Off for the second half. Girls Class AA semifinal. Winner advances to the final on Saturday, the 18th, right here at Sioux Park at 7 p.m. And right off the bat, we're going to have a free kick. Another dangerous one, which is going to be about 30, well, about the same distance. Boy, that moved up a lot there, about 26 yards out off the left foot. Tucker stands in, no one over Tucker. Stevens moves their line up higher this time. Two-player ball gets moved back by the center referee, Hilson. This one's in. It's got that same loft right in the box. It's on the defeat of the Knights. Got a goal by number 24, who came in off of the deflection. Number 24, Hadley Kirkley, with less than a minute off in the second half. Another set piece, and the Knights will increase their lead. Raiders nil, Lady Knights 2. And on the follow, in the 41st minute, the senior forward, Hadley Kirkley, for the Knights, puts the ball in the back of the net off of a deflection. Unmarked and tough one as the ball came out of there, so Knights were in the right place at the right time and then finished. And I'm not sure, since the ball got knocked around in there, if the assist should go to Doherty or not, who started the set piece. I am not going to mark it on my sheet. I'm not the official stats person, but that did come off the set piece off of the left foot of number 4, Addison Doherty. Caromed off some Knights and Raiders, and the ball found the foot of the senior, number 24, Hadley Kirkley. Raiders 0, Knights 2. And now it'll be interesting to see if the Gorman Knights want to pack this thing in and double and triple team some of the Raider threats, or if they have an insurance goal and they want to keep the pressure on. We'll see. This one's put out of bounds. And again, the Knights will work a throw in here. That's gross. Don't have a score, but we're getting a report that in girls' action in the other semifinal, the number 2 seeded Harrisburg defeats Pierre to advance to the final for the second straight year. They'll look to go back-to-back and repeat. This is a nice long throw in. Shaw does a nice job to head that out. And then just kicked out of bounds by the Raiders. Raiders with 36 minutes to try and net 2 goals to go level, and that same amount of time to try and score 3 and not allow Gorman to score any to be able to win this in regular time. Raiders, that one goes off holds. We're just surrounded there. There were 3 Lady Knights around Holdsworth there, 2 really close, 1 in support. So no secret to anyone and not a surprise to anyone that the Knights are committing that many players. There's a push there by Praveen, and then she'll kick the ball towards the goal. And that'll be good job there by number 19 for the Raiders. Freshman Caitlin Shute just holding her ground and then absorbing the contact for the foul. Shot. Try to lay this one deep. Nice driving ball, goes right to the Knights. They boot it right back. I believe that was Bell. Got her foot on it. Sturkle moves this one wide. Good ball up, but it's poked away. Norman now gets it to Reagan. Reagan gets it out wide. Turek. Turek will play it up to Holsworth. Holsworth has the ball. She's got space, tough angle. See if she turns to go to the right foot. She does. Shot. Goal, Raiders! Holsworth. Holsworth with the goal. Number 11, junior captain, Ava Holsworth. The ball set up by Turek. And the Raiders erase the clean sheet for the Lady Knights. And it just took one touch in a little space, and Holsworth was up to the challenge and a quality finish. Thought about the left foot, knew the angle wasn't there. Good job of her, good decision of her not to try to force a shot when being down. Got the ball on her right foot and just drove one with great pace and velocity, high and hard into the net. The freshman keeper, Brindley Gross, had no chance on that one. So in the 45th minute, Holsworth will be credited with that goal. And number 31, Nia Turek, with the assist. Raiders now, let's see if they can pick up the energy. And that was a much needed response by the Raiders. And as we just talked about, the tactics of defending Holsworth on a counter, Turek had some space, sent the ball up, and the support defenders were working to get to the right spot. And when Ava got to the end of that in the box, there were two Knights defenders right there, but her finish was just first quality. Seven gone in this one, 2 goals already, and we went 38 minutes in the first half without a goal until the set piece goal by Doherty. And then 1 minute into the second half, off another set piece and a rebound. Kirkley. And the goal! That was Hillman, who sent it towards goal from about 27, 28, maybe even 29 yards.
Yeah, sure.
And it just beat Tucker. Beat Tucker high, top shelf again. Top before broadcast where in girls high school soccer, that's a strategy. That kind of lob, top spin lob shot is a strategy that a lot of teams use. And the Knights respond with a goal of their own here. And let's see if the Raiders can keep up this energy and come back here as they now trail 1-3 to the Lady Knights. And Hillman with a quality finish in the 47th minute. So in 7 minutes, 3 goals. The first 38 won. Let's see if the Raiders can open this up now, or if the Knights are going to sit back. Here's a little ball that goes in. The Raiders have another shot. Oh, wide.
Got a sub over there for Roman. something 9. So
Holsworth took a good shot at that one and just went wide. Gross was there, did a good job positioning. She came out a little bit to cut the angle.
First sub last. She was the only half.
And from our vantage point on the far side, it's hard to tell exactly, but Gross was a little off her line to cut the angle.
Okay, you're right.
Holsworth had another good look, but it goes wide. So Holsworth has had 2 good looks, one scoring, one resulted in a goal, and there near, at least would have had to make, Gross would have had to make a really good save if it was on frame, but Gross seemed to see that one the whole way, really didn't respond and let it go out. So again, our angle to see that depth perception from up here is a little tough, but at any rate, we're back in action, 30 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Raiders down by 2 goals here. Class AA semifinal. Shad goes down after challenged by Trevine, no call. And Benson will get the ball right back. Trevine with the hard touch. Norman in there. There's some bumpings. No call, let it go. They're letting play physical now. Now Reagan with a little move off the ball. Good job, she'll keep the ball. Reagan goes inside. Good turn by Holsworth. She's going to try to split 4 defenders. She's going to try to cut the ball in with her left foot. She does, and it hits off of Reagan and cleared by the Knights until Amora Reagan comes down. It was Vienna Reagan who had the touch in the box. This one cleared out long. Sturkle gets a foot on it, gets it over to Benson. Benson will play it through the middle to Vienna Reagan. Vienna Reagan goes outside. Tried to go back inside, little 1-2, but wasn't there. And now Trevine will put on pressure and force Turek to kick the ball out of bounds. Ball will stay in the Raider half, throw in for the Knights. Exactly what the Knights want to do is keep the ball in the Raider half with the 2-goal lead. And this one is set in, and this one bounces and it's off frame. Tucker guarding the near post of your screen, making sure it's out. But once again, the Knights try to go direct and right at the box. Shot goes wide. Benson plays it in. Dorman, hard touch, goes out of bounds. And pull into the Lady Knights. Turn, Torek, she has to punch it out. This ball's headed just over the top. A sophomore forward, Marley Blau, had a good look at that one, shoulder square, but just got a little bit on the top of her head. But another nice chance. And now Holsworth on the end of this one, but it's taken away nicely in the back line by another good student athlete for the Knights, number 17, Reese Trevine. Shot and Sydney Trevine starting to have a good competition here. Been fun to watch, both players, seniors. Trevine just seems determined to not let anything be easy for the back line of the Raiders. Pressure, keep the ball in this half. This one's set in. Knights running onto it. Tucker comes out late again, and right there's another Knight, and she drops the ball again. Number 3 again. Hadley Wagner, the forward. And not sure if the Raider backline thinks that they've done their job of shielding and the Knights just keep coming, or if there's a pause or just that extra burst of speed is there for the Knights. It just seems like the Raider backline, who usually does a nice job of shielding off players, doesn't have the right timing back there. That was another dangerous situation for the Raiders. Tucker kept her composure though, and once the ball's loose, Wynn got it. So give her credit after all the attempts that have been thrown at her at the goal frame for her. This one's right in. Oh, it swings in. It goes off the Knights. It's going to be a corner.
A forearm right to the back of the head. Your own teammate, number 17.
Was that off of a corner?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the second one. That one is another ball straight in, but it goes right to the keeper that time. Gross was positioned perfectly, didn't even move. Shot before, that wasn't touched there by the Knights. That looked like it had a chance to go in direct from Avery Dorman in the corner. This one sent down. Strickle turns, plays it nicely out to Turk. Turk with some space, tries to go middle, but again, the pressure of Trevine. Ball given up to Hillman. Trevine sends it deep. Reese Trevine sends it deep. Shot, sends it back up. Reagan gets it wide. Larson tries to play it, touches too hard. Knight's there. And that's number 12, who's just been gritty in the back for the Knights, a senior defender. Number 12, Ainsley Gross. Raiders now will look to apply pressure. That ball though out of bounds off of the Raiders. It'll be Knights throw. Knights will be in no hurry to set the ball unless it's a quick take off of a reset. With the advantage, that one gets by Sturgill, but right there in support was Turk. Good job there by the sophomore. Shot again tries to clear, but the Knights just holding around midfield, keeping the ball in the Raider half again. A ball that with pressure sent back into the Raider half, and a good little move on the outside by number 3. Wagner, she'll take the ball down the side, and it's kicked out of bounds. Throw in for the Knights. And you can hear a cheer from their bench because they are executing their game plan about as well as they could. Raiders now look to mark a little bit tighter. Reagan will be on Trevine. She'll stay on Trevine. Does a nice job there. And it's another throw. No corner. So more Reagan will continue to mark Trevine. Now she's handed off to Benson. Good little move. This ball sent in off of Sturgill. Sturgill does a good job just to clear it. Knights will let it go. And it goes out of bounds for another throw. And in the last 5 minutes, junior forward Hadley Wagner's been doing some really good work for the Lady Knights on the left side. And pressured again by the Raiders. Benson up to Reagan. That's a good ball. Holsworth's got some run. There's a good run here by the defense, so recovery. This ball turns. Shot. Sends it across. Don't know if it's a shot or a cross, but trying to run onto it for the Raiders.
Number 13 in position for the Raiders, right there.
A little too hard, it goes out of bounds. So good job there by the Raiders. That's what they need to do more of. A little quick, more quick and assertive, trying to clear the ball and get it up to Holsworth, and they did just that. This one's just touched back in by the Raiders and sent long. Shot will put the ball down on feet. Good job by her to get it to Mora. Reagan, her pass goes, like a little misplay in the back, but then good recovery by Shaw. Knocks Hillman off the ball, gets the ball to Dorman. Dorman has space. Here comes the recovery defense. Good ball put up there for Shue. Getting run off the ball by Rose. No call. Good shoulder. Rose tries to clear it, but here comes Turek. Turek on the ball. See if she gets a shot. She's got a step. Blocked. Vienna Reagan gets the ball off the block shot. See if she can work. Raiders trying to get shot angle there just not happening, and everything just compressed. There's 6 Knights, 7 Knights in the box there. Now they spread out, the ball going deeper. More Reagan. They're just kind of an amoeba defense where they're just moving the masses around, especially as it gets tighter in the final third. Really packed in there. Raiders having a tough time getting a shot for an angle. See if they try to draw a foul or maybe even a penalty in the box. But with all that congestion, the Knights send it back out. Shaw tries to drill it back in, but it goes off the Knights out of bounds. Great throw. 21 minutes to go in this one. Raiders trail 1-3. Raiders really need to step on the gas here. We saw how quickly they can score. The Knights so far been able to neutralize that. And the Raiders just haven't been able to get a rhythm where they have possession for any build-up. When they have combination passes, then try to go direct or go to the flanks or even go to the middle on a through ball. It's just been closed off. Well, the Raiders just don't have the space, and they need to work here to try to create that. They certainly are. There's a good job there. Good job there. Shoot, get in there. And recovery by the Knights, though. That was number 13. He's done a nice job, the freshman, Watson. Good job of recovery defense there, where she ran to the spot. And then won the throw-in. Raider down there, no call. Shoot on the outside. See if she can get a ball in. She does, but it goes right to Gross. And Gross is going to fall on the ball, which is just normal gamesmanship in the game of soccer, especially if you're in the lead in the second half. So the freshman will use good gamesmanship to let a few more seconds tick off. Terveen goes up to Wagner. Wagner working that left side again. That's Baird who had to track back and defend. And the Knights are going to earn a corner. And the senior, Sidney Terveen, will screen Tucker. Can't quite see who's on the back post for the Raiders because they're in the net. Near post, the kick is Baird. Back post looks like Turek. Tucker's actually standing in the goal. This one swings out left-footed. Goes inside off of the Knights. Saved by Tucker. Comes back out. Hillman has a shot. Drives it, blocked by Smirko. Tucker with the save, and I believe Turek with the clearance. And then we're going to have a call here against the Knights. Raiders look to reset quickly. Referee says nope, it happened back there. And make the Raiders take the ball all the way back, burn a few more seconds. Shot then has to square away and try to get it direct. Dorman comes down with it. Hillman will tap it away, but Amora Reagan is there. Battle with Hillman. Hillman goes down and gets it. Hillman tries to stay on the ball. Dorman comes over and supports Amora Reagan. Will get the ball back. Little dribble there. She gets it to Deanna Reagan. Nice little ball there. Let's see if Deanna can cut it. Defenders know she goes outside. Boy, Robbins races over there, and more good defending and gamesmanship there. I believe that's number 12. That is. And that's just senior experience where initially Ainsley Gross initiated the shoulder-to-shoulder contact, which is legal. And as the Raider player just tried to go against resistance, the experience of number 12, Ainsley Gross, said go down. And she did and won the foul. Tucker will come out and get this one. Let's see if she runs the top of the line and tries to get this one on quick. Nope, she'll survey the field, and now she punts a good one out there. It goes right, almost. Looked like to Reagan, Vienna Reagan, Turret with the nice job. She's done a nice job for the Raiders tonight. But her pass can't find the end of the Raider, and the Knights continue to put on pressure. Now Dorman will come out. She's bumped from behind again. No call. No call. 2 bumps from behind. And now a call against the Raiders. So the Raiders try to take a deep breath and hold their composure. Dorman put down twice, and then coming back was good ball in, deflected, no handball, went off of the back. It looked like a quick deflected shoot with the nice ball up to Holsworth. Dorman tries to chip it up, but good recovery defense there by Gross, who just went back to the spot. Raiders now pressing a little bit more as they try to get that one up to shoot. Will win the throw-in by knocking the ball off of the Knights. Goes down the line for Dorman, but it's too wide, out of bounds. 15 and a half to go in this one. The Lady Knights have no objection, waiting for the ball retrievers here now with a 2-goal lead. And getting at that critical point here, that 15-minute mark. Raiders would ideally like to net one more before the 10-minute mark, but out of there comes Hillman with a good run. Schad then comes up and clears it. There's contact, no call. And now this ball, good job by Terveen just to play that bounce well. And she has the height and length and the athleticism. That was a really nice play. Seen a lot of times where that was misplayed at all. Ava Holsworth has a 1v1 chance, but that time for the Lady Knights, the freshman defender, Reese Terveen, was up to that challenge. Raiders, good defense here on Terveen. Boxed her in, and they'll go off her. No, they're going to say throw to the Knights. Looked like it was off Terveen, but I'm not standing on the field. I'm up top here. Hillman, shot, driven, low. Tucker's there off the rebound, number 5. Put it right back into Tucker. Hillman having a heck of a second half for the Knights. Drives another one on frame and challenges Tucker. Deflects off Tucker, the rebound right to number 5. Bortman sent it right back. She was so close to her too. Sent it right back into Tucker. Tucker was big saves there to keep the Raiders only down 2. See if they can get a shot. They try, but there's no angle there. Just too tight marking and not on frame. That'd be a goal kick for the Knights. Knights just take enough time before the referee gives any signal. 13 minutes to go. Turret plays it down, but it goes to the feet of the Knights, and they'll go long to Hillman. Strickle will have to turn and run. She's looking for Hillman. Hillman's not going to slow down. Boy, the Knights just are really measuring when to use energy and not. Hillman just into Strickle. If Strickle goes down, it's a call. That's about the exact same thing that was happening on the other end where Gross went down. This time Strickle, the freshman, not the same experience, stayed up, but the referee's like, okay, challenged her to come up and make contact from behind the third time. We're going to call it. So, good job there. Hillman, who was just giving it her all, didn't like it because the effort she was putting out, she wanted to win either a foul or the throw-in to keep the ball in the Raider half, which it is. And coming up from the back is Watson, who's done a nice job tonight for the Knights. Freshman. Good job there by Shute to get in there and knock it off Terveen. That's going to be a Raider throw. Good job by Number 19, giving up some size there to the senior Trevine. Now they're moving the Raiders up, so a good long throw, but headed up by the Knights. The more Reagan just puts it in the air. And Knights will play it back, and then they'll play it direct. Gets over the head of Schad, but she gets enough on it. Goes back to Tucker. Remember, the ball played off the head, the goalie can use the hands from a defensive teammate. And now Holsworth gets a little touch. Holsworth breaks free. Does she have a no? She gets cut off a little bit. No, but she comes right back. Shot blocked. Good job of recovery by the Knights. Holsworth last touch was a little heavy. She was winding and loading the left foot. And the O'Gorman defender, I believe that's Watson, number 13, came in and just before she shot it, poked it away.
You got it?
Holsworth tried to get back on the
Mark
ball.
Schultz
She
checking
did.
in for the Knights, number 8.
Loaded the right boot and put a lot behind that shot, but it was blocked by the Knights. And the Raiders, in that 5-minute span, had a couple looks, but the Knights were able to defend. In 10-minute mark here, 2 goals down. The Raiders working hard to try to come back in this one. Knights throw. Good long throw. Pushed in. And just had to be cleared by Schad, and it hits the flag, which is going to be a corner. And let's see if O'Gorman will cover up Tucker again. Yeah, they will. Here comes Trevine. Schad now will mark her. Turret back post. Looks like Strickle now far, or the near post of the kick. And Turret back post. And your back line's basically covering the goal. This one goes in. Headed off of Trevine, who did a nice job of. Trevine did a nice job. She was up there screening the goalie and came out just high enough. And she was unmarked. Got a look on it, but it goes high. And the ball put back in the Raider half. And to have a couple more ticks go off the clock. Sophomore Marlon Thought just waits for it to bounce out of bounds. And she'll throw the ball to Trevine. Oh no, that was Watson who threw the ball into Trevine. Holsworth on the run, working outside, but Gross with support from Portland, who turned from the front line and came back to support. Was able to allow Gross to take a good angle and knock that ball away from Holsworth. That one goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw for the Raiders. See if they try to throw long into the box, get something to happen. Goes down to the box, it's put in. Shot! Oh! Shoot had a shot, and then right there again was number 13, Watson, to knock that away. Wow. Good play by the Raiders, just better defending that time. That's really all it was. Caitlin Shue did a nice job there for the Raiders. 7:50 to go. Turek. See if she'll go long. She goes in short to Vienna Reagan. Poked away. Turek stays on it, does a nice job. Sydney Trevine is there. See if, thought Reagan had the ball, but she was dispossessed there by the junior midfielder, Landry Bell. Good work on her part. More Reagan. Plays it back down off the head. Turn, and they'll go deep, but nice job there. Good decision by freshman keeper Brindley Gross to come off the line. And freshman boots it high, long. Turek is there. But the Knights send it right back in. They're content to just send it into the Raider half and then try to chase it. Good job there by Shad. Another senior, similar move to Gross's, and will win the goal kick. Raiders now really need to just have a little build-up and go. There's a player go down, no call. Dorman now challenged by 2 Knights. She has a hard touch, but stays on it. She tries to get around Watson and will, but it's a throw-in, and now the ball is put right back in quickly by the Raiders. Good job on the ball there. This was sent in, but it was a good ball in, low and hard, but the Knights got a leg on it, and now a good job tracking that one back down as Turek. And boy, Sydney Trevine is just running. I hate to, well, I guess I'd be very interested to see what her lap counter is. And now another nice through ball in to the Raiders. Ball centered in. It's took off the leg of the Knights. Sandstone Raiders shot, save! Raiders point blank had a shot to take this in within 1 goal, but the freshman goalkeeper, number 1, Brinley Gross, was right there. Good reaction by her. Oh, unlucky for the Raiders. O'Gorman defender, almost like they got their bottom of their boot, the studs of their boot on the top of the ball and stretched out. Raiders stole the ball and had a shot, but keeper Brinley Gross was there. Unlucky. And there's going to be a call, and that one's going to be no card. That was Norman, who was just trying to hurry back, and again, that's just part of the game. And the junior midfielder, Bortman, felt the pressure from Dorman, and upon contact went down and earned a foul, and now here's, again, Doherty, dangerous. This is about 35 yards and goes direct. It's got that same lob effect. This time, Tucker didn't come out, but she stood her ground and caught it. There was an on-running Knight. I didn't see the flag up, but once Tucker caught it, it would have stayed down anyway because she had the ball. Now the Raiders with a good little chance here. They go down, and they're the same play on. That could have been a dangerous free kick shot, and off frame. And now we're going to have a stoppage as O'Gorman will sub, gets some fresh legs to keep the pressure on. And at this point of the game, if the team with the lead subs, the clock stops. So Coach Dierks made the decision it's worth to have fresh legs out there to continue this pressure and stop the clock a little bit. This one's sent in. Shaw tracks this one back, this time making sure Trevine couldn't get there. Tucker sends it long back down for the Raiders. And we're going to have either handball or obstruction either way. With 3:40 to go, the Knights will have another free kick. This one's sent in to Trevine. She gets ahead on it. Dorman gets a touch, but Trevine finds it. Trevine comes out of there, but Shad and the Ulster Raiders were there to keep the ball in. Shad does a nice job to try to play that up the sideline, but it goes out of bounds. And it'll stay Knights ball in the Raider half. Good little overlapping ball, onside, no flag, that's number 5. Bortman with a nice little overlap run, and that ball will go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in to the Knights.
They put on that trapping press that just...
Knights now taking their time. They'll throw in, go to the corner, they'll just try to keep the ball in the corner until they either win a corner, and the ball went out of bounds, and the Raiders quickly pick it up and go the other way, and it goes off to the Knights again. Dorman quick throw. There to Holsworth. Holsworth surrounded by three. She gets it back up. Dorman lays one in the middle, but good idea. There was space, but that was closed down by the Knights. Good hustle there by Raiders Shoot to try and come and intercept that pass, but Knights are there. This was played down. The back line will let the freshman keeper Gross handle it. Brendan punts another one deep. Trevine tries to get out of hand again. Shot retreats. Good little move there. Pressured again. She gets it wide. Couple good touches for the Raiders. They let the ball go wide. Here comes the Raider running on. Can they keep it in bounds? They do. They play it down the right side. They're going to try to get a ball in. And that cross is kicked out of bounds high. 1:20 to go here. Girls Class AA semifinal. Raiders 1, Knights 3. Raiders desperately trying to get the ball on frame here. They just need to put the ball on frame and they'll try to send it in. And they tried, but the ball was deflected by the Knights. And now just pushed over the top. And the fresh Knight in will run and give pressure. That's number 9 for the Knights. Sophie DeMoore, senior forward. And with 40 seconds to go, Raiders try to drive it back up the field. They do. Dorman tries to get a touch on it. There's DeMoore with the touch. Goes back to Nora Reagan. Shaw just plays it out. Vienna Reagan comes up with it. 15 seconds to go here in this one.
10 seconds.
Wait up again. Public address announcer calls 10 seconds. And that's a final. So that is the final whistle.
Off to the championship game for the O'Gorman Knights. The Knights will face the Harrisburg Tigers for the state title. The championship game will be played right here at beautiful Sioux Park Stadium Saturday, October 18th at 7 p.m. Congratulations to the Knights. The game ends with a 3-1 victory for
the Raiders will finish an outstanding season where they just came up a little short tonight. They'll finish their season 15-1-1. The Lady Knights will be back on the pitch on Saturday in the final versus Harrisburg at 7 p.m. The finals will be held right here at Sioux Park Stadium in Rapid City, with the Class A session being 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. and the Class AA session being 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. Want to congratulate the Raiders on an outstanding season. The Raiders will be saying goodbye to some outstanding seniors. Goalkeeper and captain Nora Tucker. Senior defender number 2 Holly Benson. Senior number 5 Addison Ritchie. Senior number 7 Avery Dorman, captain. Senior defender number 8 Ashwini Paudel. Senior defender number 18 Emma Kenyon. A senior midfielder number 23 Claire Williams. A senior defender number 24 heart of the defense Lily Schad. Senior midfielder number 25 Annie Beckman. Thank you, Raider seniors. Congratulations on an outstanding season. I know it doesn't feel great right now, but this will be something that you'll reflect on and be very proud of, as not many teams. There's only 4 left, and now there's only 2. And best wishes to the Lady Knights as they advance to the semifinals. Thank you for following Raiders Athletics, subscription free on GoRaidersLive.com, Live Ticket TV. We'll see you next time.